And we're back to another episode of Let's Play Dragon Quest XI Echoes of an Elusive Age. I'm your host, the RPG Guy. And let's get back to it. So I leveled just once further and worked a little bit of the way to the next level just to be sure that we level up not too much later again. But yeah, so because the leveling's getting around, easily the 400s to the next level, and that's just it's a bit of work to level up, 400 to get 400 XP to the next level. So, and we actually got some of these to respawn, strangely enough. So, of course, I looted them again. We also got a rare steel from, not a rarer steel. I think it was the magical beast hide from one of the saber cats. Respawned as well, so I will definitely take it. Alright, up we go. Up here. The beautiful, delicious slums.
Welcome to downtown Heliodor, home to rogues, ruffians, and all my other favorite kinds of people. About a year ago, me and Dirk, my partner in crime, managed to acquire one of the royal family's most precious possessions, the Red Orb. They got wise and pulled me in eventually, but not before we'd stashed it somewhere safe so we could pick it up later. Right down there is the biggest, stinkingest garbage pile in all of Heliodor. Me and Dirk buried the orb slap bang in the middle of it. After all, no one would ever think of looking for it there. We're criminal geniuses, I tell you. Time to go liberate that loot. To the garbage pile.
Oh boy. He's not wrong. To the garbage pile. Yeah, there. Alright, so before we do much of, anything, we're gonna loot as much as we can along the way. Because who doesn't like free shit? Well, I guess if a guy took a dump on you, I guess you wouldn't want that too much. There's something in here. Is it wrong? There's something there though. Yeah, being able to tell those barrels apart from the breakable ones is usually a pretty good idea. Nice. Pretty good skill to have as you play the game. Try to make that discrepancy more more obvious. Nothing in there. Ew, horse poopy. So you get a merchant. Take a look at what he's got. So he's got a bronze knife. Let me see really quick here. What are we doing with knives? Oh, Eric's dagger. It's up, damage up by 2. Grab one. And the only reason I really grabbed it is in case we need it for something later. It's not that relevant of an upgrade, but again, having items in your possession, whether you need them in that exact moment or not, is a pretty good idea. Just head up we go. And we get a little bit of some platforming here. Mirrowing. I'll head across here. Slowly and surely. Grab this. Nice. I did screw up. I probably should have went across the rope first and then come back this way, but I don't care. I saw a chest and I was like, mine! Get up there, asshole. There we go. So we need to go back up and grab that one thing that I missed. I know there's an item I missed up there, because if you go across the rope, it's not a... I don't think it's an important item, but I'm pretty sure there's an item on the other side of that rope. I think it's a... what is it called? No, it's not that. What am I thinking of? It's a alchemy item, so I just want to make sure we get it. I don't remember what kind of item it is though, so I was just like, I know it's there. It's the only reason to go across that rope at this exact moment. There it is. Take note of this, dude. Don't worry about it yet. Just keep in mind that that's there, though. Alright, so we grabbed all those goodies. Yay. More importantly, what's hiding up there. Climb up here. There's a delicious chest over yonder. And nice. Let's see what's here. We'll buy one of these. Maybe I'll buy two. Put them in our bag. Depending on how I feel and how lazy I am will dictate me doing something later. Before we mess with that, we should buy probably some other armor for Erik. And the only reason to really buy that is primarily because it's not much longer before we get better armor for him, but I'd rather have it just in case. You know, if I was probably playing something where I didn't care if I died as much, if I was just kind of casually playing this game, I wouldn't bother, but not like I can't make that money back. Nice. There's just a couple more items to get, I believe. Sit down. All the way to the end. Yeah. See these doors? Much like the doors in the sewers, we need something very specific before we can open it. And if you're familiar with Dragon Quest games, you might have a mild idea of what that might be. Alright. You know what? I'm missing something though. Aha. Up we go. Like I knew there were just like I know there's barrels over there. God damn it. Aw, okay. So it would seem we're not able to get over there yet. So we'll have to come back this way. Alright, with that done, let's go ahead and move things on. Move things along here. As I'm sure the treasure hunting can be boring for you guys sometimes, but I like the goods.
This is the spot. Keep a lookout, okay? I'm going to grab the loot. Now, it was around here somewhere. It's definitely here. I'm 1,000% sure.
1,000% full of shit.
It's not here. You've got to be kidding me. Me and Dirk were the only ones who knew where it was.
That's why you don't leave something in such a public place.
Wait a minute. That rat! He must have done the dirty on me and taken it for himself.
Ooh.
Damn it! I should have known. A thieving little... Wait till I get my hands on him. I'm gonna find him. And you're gonna help me. Okay. The inn we used to crash at is just over there. Come on. It's the only one with an upstairs. You can't miss it.
Alright.
This old place hasn't changed a bit. Back in our thieving days, Dirk and me used to lay low here whenever things got hairy. Ruby? Ruby, you there? It's me, Erik. There's something I need to ask you.
You got any
Ruby runs
pooders?
the place. Looks like she's not around, but if anyone knows where Dirk is, it's her. Which means we'll have to go find her. So here's the plan. There's a tower they use to look out for fires. You're going to climb up there and keep an eye out for Ruby. I'll check a couple of other spots. Don't worry, you can't miss her. She's the only redhead in town.
You can't miss it. Up we go.
Get out of here.
Crazy Greenie.
Go on.
Corrupt guards making a few extra bucks on the side. And his boner levels are reaching maximum.
Good dog. Good doggy. Stay.
That's right, doggy. Kill. Alright, I think we found out who that is. Can we get up here yet? No. I know there's items up there. Specifically, there's one that's pretty decent that we want to get as soon as possible. That's why I'm like trying my hardest to make sure we get it.
Can't find Ruby anywhere. How about you? Any luck? You saw her heading back to the inn? Great. Let's head over there and find out what she knows.
Okay, so let's do that.
Well, if it isn't my favorite landlady.
Welcome to our humble... Strike a light! If it ain't me favourite little tea leaf! Last I heard, they'd locked you up and thrown away the key. Hang about. You've gone and escaped, ain't ya? You and your friend here are the fugitives everyone's talking about. Well, I know not to stick me big nose in where it ain't wanted. You always did like to sail close to the wind.
Don't worry, I won't be here long. I just need to know where Dirk is. Have you seen him?
Dirk, eh? Now there's a name I ain't heard in a while. Didn't he open some fancy shop up by the castle? Yeah, that was it. Raking in the cash he is, or so they say.
That can't be right. The rent up there is crazy. Where would he find the money? Wait a second. He sold it, didn't he? The rat sold the damned orb.
Look, in this part of town you don't go asking too many questions, you know that. If you want more, you'll have to get it from the horse's mouth.
You're right. Thanks, Ruby. I appreciate it. We'll get out of your hair. That no-good traitor? I'll bet he sold me out and sold the orb. And also he could move up in the world. Well, I'll get what I'm owed. You'll see.
I'll cut his fucking balls off. For stealing my red one.
We need to get past that sentry if we're gonna head uptown and find him. Wait, isn't he... Yeah. I remember hearing that one of the guards is terrified of dogs. I think it was him. Maybe we can borrow one of somebody.
Okay. So a few things here. Let's try one more time. Because I think that's the old lady that was blocking our way right there. We can't get it now. I don't remember when we can get it. So, weak sauce. Good. Yeah, that's really what I wanted to make sure we picked up was that. To me, that's a pretty useful, pretty important crafting item. And since they're not easy to get, skipping on one, to me, in my opinion, is not a good idea. We'll head up here. Nice. And we get a pair of boxer shorts. Now, that said, we can equip the boxer shorts, but we have the leather armor, so there's not really much of a point. Alright, nice one, Bullseye. That great big coward of a guard nearly weed himself when he saw you. What do you think you're staring at, eh? Get lost. You what? You want to borrow me, dog? You're having a giraffe, ain't you? Look, I ain't got time for this. Go on, sling your hook. Bullseye here is a lone wolf like me. He don't take kindly to strangers. But you know what? Some holy water and a buzzberry or two might change his mind. What are you gawping at me like that for? It ain't like I'm asking much. Just go and shake the tree and grab some berries in it. Go out of town, down the walkway, and straight on. Big tree, funny berries in it, Bob. And as for the holy water, well, that's easy. Buy it from a shop. And remember, I didn't say holy water or buzzberries. I want them both. Otherwise, no deal. That's the easiest one to do, especially because we bought holy water already. And we've been picking up buzzberries outside, so... Aww. Alright. So we get the dog.
Halt! This gate leads to the nice part of town. My job is to protect respectable people from being bothered by rabble and riffraff. In other words, you.
Murder.
Ah! No, no, not the dog! Anything but that! Ah!
You little bitch.
Worked like a charm. Now to head up to where all the rich folks live and find out what the heck Dirk thinks he's up to.
Do. Back in Heliodor. What we need to do is be rather careful Because there are people out that would report us. Let me think. So, way there. The only reason is for us to get up here. Alright. Let's do this. This will get us up here. Pretty much where Erik said he would be. Good day, sir.
Wow, nice place you got here.
Welcome, welcome. Feel free to browse. You'll find we only stock the very finest wares.
Time to die, Chubby.
That's good, because I'm looking for something very special indeed. Happen to have any orbs in stock?
Erik!
Long time no see, old pal.
Erik! My brother, my compadre, my partner in crime! It's really you! Large as life and fighting fit!
Oh
I'm
my
so
God.
happy to see you!
You have no shame, huh? Get your backstabbing hands off of me! You always were full of it, Dirk. But this really takes the cake. Admit it. You sold me out and sold the orb so you could buy this place, didn't you?
I never! I promise you, I never sold you out. I was worried sick about you. I only opened this place to try and help you.
Oh, yeah. And how does that work, exactly? How does you opening this place and lining your pockets while I rot in jail help me?
Very good question.
Look, I was never much of a thief, you know that. But it turns out I know how to sell stuff. I got a gift, even if I do say so myself. When you got nabbed, I spent months racking my brains for ways of busting you out. I couldn't stand the thought of you being here. In the end, I realised I'd have to give up the orb. I took it to the king, told him I found it somewhere, and pocketed the reward. Then I used the cash to open up the shop here, and poured all my profits into bribing the guards up at the castle so they'd let you escape.
Now that you mention it, I did think it was weird they never tossed my cell the whole time I was digging that hole.
Exactly. I was paying them to turn a blind eye, weren't I?
I don't buy it. I don't buy it at all.
Okay. I'm sorry.
Erik, you
I'm sorry I
kind
doubted you,
fool.
partner.
That's the spirit. Erik, old pal, it's so good to have you back.
But I need that orb. And now we don't even know where it is.
Oh, yes, we do. Right this way, gentlemen.
Alright, well, we're in control, and before we do anything, it'd be in our best interest to loot the place. The guy clearly doesn't seem to have an issue with selling our shit. Or Erik's shit. And really, that's all that's worth finding here is another mini medal. That's really, I want to say, I think that's all that's here. Yeah.
So, where is it?
After I handed over the orb, I made sure to keep my ears to the ground about where it ended up. I knew it was important to you, see? Well, a little bird tells me that Hendrik and his men took it to the King's Barrow, and it's been under lock and key there ever since.
The King's Barrow, huh?
Mm-hmm.
That's southeast of town. Same direction as Cobblestone. Which means we can kill two birds with one stone. You coming, Dirk? A little adventure for old time's sake?
Sorry, no can do. I've got a shop to run and I'm a married man these days.
Married? Wow, you really have changed. Well, we'd better get
Oops.
going. Take care, Dirk, and thanks for everything.
My
You
immersion!
too, old pal. Be lucky, eh? And don't you two go doing anything I wouldn't do.
The south gate is crawling with guards. We won't be walking out that way. And Hendrik's men are too uptight to take bribes. Guess we'll have to go the long way round. If we skirt round the hills to the south, we should be able to approach the King's Barrow from the other side. We can drop into Cobblestone on the way. Okay, let's head back downtown.
Watch yourselves out there, eh? They don't call that forest round there the Mangle Grove for nothing. There's plenty go in there and never come out.
Because they come out mangled.
It'll take more than a few kids' stories to scare us off. Besides, it's the only way to get there.
So pretty much we have to head back kind of the way we came. Because I'm using a Logitech game controller, I had to use X-Patter to set the game up. Because I will say that the options for this is really weird. Like, it won't take foreign controllers to it, other than like the Bluetooth or whatever PlayStation 4 or Xbox 360 controllers for some reason. So I had to use X-Patter to set this game up. And I had to jump to a different button because of the way they set up the button configuration in the options mode for this game is pretty weak. I know I'm talking about technical crap, not really things that are relevant to you guys, but something that I find to be a wee bit annoying. I think, because did we miss something up here just out of curiosity? I'm gonna say we got everything. Yeah, we broke this stuff, right? Yeah. Okay, I think we got everything in the town. So, in this part of the town. So, as far as I'm concerned, we're good to go. So we need to head in the direction of the Mangle Grove. Good doggy. Now, there are other ways to get into the town. I just chose to do it that way because I like to. We're going to buy 3 more holy waters just because. Alright, let's move. You could do it at daytime or nighttime. We're just going to go right now just to save time. As we make our way through here. Oops. And remember, we can rest for free at the church in this area, so if you really need to heal, just go to the church.
Any sign of them?
No, nothing. Let's search the town again.
Look at all those lights. They're pretty keen to find us, huh? We better steer clear of Heliodor until the heat dies down. All right, through the Mangle Grove and onto cobblestone. Let's do this.
Indeed. Indeed. And then here, whoop, we'll walk right into one of the nighttime foes here. These little floating lantern dudes. Let's go with the boomerang. Just so he doesn't stun anyone or make a miss their turn. Nice. And he's down. Nice. Nice drop. Alright. We're not gonna heal up. Now remember, I did turn in that side quest earlier. Again, you don't get anything that great out of doing it, but I wanted to get it done, so just keep that in mind. We're gonna go ahead and save before we head into the Mangle Grove. I'm trying to avoid saving too much because it takes time in the game, you know, like Shining Force, they play a little jingle every time you do it. We don't need to rest per se, so we're gonna move on. We also get better experience, I think, at night if we're gonna end up fighting things for whatever reason. I believe the Mangle Grove, yeah, is this way. Don't need to go all the way down. I'll also grab that spawning item over there as well. Because that is a consumable. As we head to the Mangle Grove. Ow. I need to move this mic a little further away from my face. Alright, so here we are. And so he's obviously got some stuff here. Now, there's a better knife, yes, by 4, but that's because of the item we're wearing. For sure, he sells scales. We might need a few more of those, but let's wait on that. Let's grab us a boomerang. Erik. And I think we're good with most everything else. Hold off on the pointy hat for now. Buy 2 scales for my own reasons. Alright, we're good there. Let's move. We should be seeing a whole new grouping of enemies. And right before the smog disappears, we fight the smog. We'll go ahead and attack with the boomerang, since that's the strongest thing we kind of have, give or take.
Who else?
Alright. I think these slimes can poison us. I know there's an enemy out here that poisons us. I forget which one, though, so that's something to be slightly weary of. Since we don't have a lot of antidotes, and if we run out of those, we don't have the means to cure poison later, so something to be weary of. We'll grab that goodie. Let's see over there. And you'll notice one of these fights is 17 XP, so already getting to the higher tiers of XP. For sure. And our 2 next level, soon project our Erik not far behind. Let's keep moving. Yes, there are 2 bubble slimes. Boobly slimes. Just to make sure that Erik kills this one. Nice.
Ha!
And there's a level
Easy.
for Jack Tard. I think we can't use this right away. We'll see here. Yeah, this is 10, 12. And like I said, we're going to focus on swords versus great swords for the time being. So, yeah, that's a thing. So we'll fight this dude while we're making our way south here. Southish. Oh, missed the tree, dude. That's okay. He's not so tough. And yeah, the XP around here is pretty good, so again, a good reason to fight stuff around here. Just in general. And that's what I was a little worried about, was getting poisoned. Doesn't look like it took effect though, so I'm not going to worry about it too much. Jeez. They're coming from the sky! No, I think you could see it hanging on a tree, I just wasn't paying attention. Well, we do have antidotes on us, so let's use one. And we get a new enemy, which is an enemy type if you're familiar with Dragon Quest. So far we haven't seen too many enemies that are, like, brand new. We've seen a couple, but not many. Mainly because Dragon Quest does, as a series, does recycle enemies a lot, but that's just a personal preference that they have for their game.
Nice.
And Erik levels. That puts him at 5. I think that's enough for an upgrade. Let's take a look. So, we're not going to invest in swords right away. We're already doing that with our main hero, so we should invest in something else. And really, either of these are going to be pretty good. For what we know we need coming up, because that's accuracy, attack power, and more accuracy with the boomerang. You're not going to get a lot of power, as you can see, but you can see he gets a metal skill called Metal Licker, so we don't need the sword skill as much because we can get metal skills over here. It may not play out the same as the metal slash, but I think it's just as fine. So what we'll do is we'll focus on knives and boomerangs. But to start, we're going to go and take this attack bonus for sure right out the gate. Because, you know, for boss fights and stuff, we're always going to usually refer to the dagger in most cases. So the sooner we're prepared for that, the better off we are in general. Little baby shaver cat. And then we've got ourselves some shroomage here. Fangools are nasty because I think I believe they can put the party to sleep. So we want to be very careful. They're not that interesting to fight either, but I figure since they're new, we'll show them off here and let them do their business.
Another one?
You can see, not as much as fighting a couple oozes. So take that in how you will. So let's grab this. Another small scale. So we got a nice assortment of small scales going. We'll head clearly to the far side of this area. There's a chest and some goodies. Yeah. Wake robin, and cotton top, and an antidotal herb, which is good. And this is what we really came over here for, the mini medal. And really quick, just to be on the safe side, since the enemy's a little stronger, heal our main character, who clearly has less health than Erik, even though Erik's higher, even though they're the same level. And while we're here, let's take a look here. 594, 596, so Erik clearly catches up XP-wise to our main character. That's why I wanted to level him earlier, because I don't want too many characters to surpass our main character as we progress through the game. And it's weird how the leveling system kind of works. Like, the game knows that there's going to be moments where the main character is going to be in a different leveling situation than the others. This is part of a little small side quest. And these are weather cows. Kind of a thing, if you talk to all of them, you have to find them all, and the reward is not that relevant, but it is interesting. It's fun. It's something that's weird and fun in its own way. That's intentionally, I think that's story related. Let's keep moving. So we now need to move south here. You'll notice horrifying things down that way, but don't worry. You can't actually go down there yet, so not much to really have to fret or over about. So we finally make it to a delicious camping spot.
A campsite! And just when we needed one. Still a fair way to cobblestone. Let's rest up for the night. I still can't get over old Dirk. He didn't just go straight, married, shop in the best part of town. He went straighter than straight. Just like that. We used to be thick as thieves. Literally. We'd travel the world, always on the hunt for loot. Those were the days. Oh, speaking of which, I just thought of something we acquired back then that might come in handy. Yep, I've decided. I'm giving it to you. You'll love it. We sure did when we got our hands on it. Behold, the fun-size forge. Pop a few raw materials on top, bash 'em with the porta pounder, and bumps your uncle. New equipment.
You don't say.
And I'm not just talking steel swords and the like. Wooden boomerangs, a natty new jerkin. You name it, this thing can make it. Sweating over a hot forge was never exactly my style. But I have a feeling you'll get more use out of it than I ever did. You can't just go smashing stuff together willy-nilly, though. You'll need the recipe for the piece of equipment you want to make. Here's a little something to get you started. You should strike while the iron's hot.
Okay. Bronze swords, divine daggers. Nice.
There are recipes hidden all over the place. Treasure chests and bookshelves are always a good bet. Keep an eye out and you're sure to find some beauties.
Oakley dokley. So the forge here is fun. Let's take a look. So in theory, we could forge a bronze sword, and it is better than what we have currently, and it doesn't cost anything. It just takes a little bit of skill. And as we level up forging, we can actually get better at it and make a better quality piece of gear. So let's go ahead and have at it. So you can see there's 3 sectors to the sword. And our goal is to get in that green zone. Getting over that zone will break the sword. As you can see, with each bash we do, the temperature fluctuates. Fluctuates. And eventually it'll get too cold that we can't do any more work. So if we bash the top part again, it would probably be too much. We're going to leave it because we got 2 out of 3 right on the perfect. So then it's enough to make the sword. There are ways later that we can fine-tune what we're doing, but for right now, we'll take what we can get. So we get a bronze sword +3 because of the good extra little finishes that we had to it. We get 2 perfection perks. Perfectionist perks each time with sexual within. You use these to attempt to rework an item with the aim of doing an even better job. Don't worry about ruining your hard works of art. If you fail to rework something, you won't lose it, and if you succeed, you'll come up with something truly special. So if we don't like what we made, we can burn perfectionist points to fix what we failed to make. So, something to think about. I'm not going to worry about it right now. We're going to make a divine dagger as well while we're here. May as well, right? We got the resources. So you can see only 2... So every piece of gear is going to be laid out differently. And we do want to try to make almost everything to a degree, at least once. Especially armor-wise. And one of the big reasons for that is literally that we need to level up this skill. I believe that you level it up as you make stuff. As you get further in the game, lots of new things you can do become available. Nice. Now, artisanal Trodain bandana. As you can see, this is very difficult to make, and we will not be making that till much later. Same with this one, and that's even if I decide to make it. To be fair, it's pretty decent, but I'm going to be blunt with you. It's a DLC thing, number 1. And number 2, by the time you get to endgame, there's better stuff. And there's more important things to use those other items on that are very, very, very rare. I don't want to give away too much, but like I said, I stand by what I said. Okay. So really quick, before we do anything else, let's go with this guy. That's a huge upgrade now that it's because the quality is so much better. And the bronze knife, no, where is it? The divine dagger is also very strong too. So the AoE is now less because of our level up here. Grab some good ingredients. Check inside the house. Nice. And we get economies of scale, scale shields, and scale armor. Nice. Okay, I can't read that. And so let's go back now to the campsite, because you'd think we were done, but we're not quite done, as far as I'm concerned with the forge. As we now have scale gear. I don't believe there's really... Yeah, so that's fine. Let's check out armor. Shields. Hence why I even was willing to buy some scales. We remember we bought 2 earlier. But let's take a look at scale armor. Okay, so we'll make this first. We have some extra scales in case we mess up, because making this is relatively important. And as you can see, we may not even be able to make it. I think we can. That technically makes it, so we'll come back to that. So look at how far it goes. I'm worried it will actually reach further. There's a good one. Perfect. Alright. We got 2 out of 6, but whatever. I'll take it. Again, we should get perfection on this. No, we got success, so no, not perfection. But we get scale armor +2, and we got 2 perfectionist pearls. Let's make the shield while we're here. Nice. Boing. We've got to finish it there. Again, it's not worth taking risks. It really isn't. All you should really care about is just getting it done. As we get our shield +2. Now there's not really anything else worth making, so we'll back out here. We'll equip this stuff. Well, you can compare. So that'll put it into 40 defense and 47 defense total. So very, very, very nice, very useful upgrade. As we really don't have any upgrades for Erik other than the Divine Dagger, which puts his attack on par with Jack Tart. So yeah, we're relatively geared up here. So anyway, this is a great place for us to stop right now. So I want to thank you guys for stopping by. And when we come back, we are not necessarily done in the Mangle Grove. We actually got a few more things to do, some other things to explore, per se. Goodies to find, and there's actually a little bit of a thing that happens. I don't want to say much, but I'll leave that to your imagination if you've not played this game. Go out and get it. I recommend it highly. Anyway, thanks for stopping by. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Check out my Twitch channel at twitch.tv/JackTartStudios for more live gaming action. And especially our tabletop games. We sometimes play D&D. We play a lot of tabletop games. We also play legacy games like Gloomhaven. And our Hobo Headcrab blind play show. And you don't want to miss out on any of that stuff because we have so much fun. So anyway, thanks for stopping by, guys, and we'll see you guys next time.